Good morning, guys. We are going to be doing our reading design process for our reading lesson today. We're still talking about Pigeon. Pigeon finds the hot dog today. So we're going to get started. The structure of reading is, remember what it looks like, how it's made. It's the pictures, the letters and sounds, and those letters and sounds come together to make simple words. Then we have sight words, and then we have sentences. So we also now have the function of reading. That's the why. Why do we read? Well, we read to grow our brains, to help us learn, and to always do our best work. And we're going to ask, explore, model, evaluate, and explain today. This is the design process, and we apply it to all of our subject areas, reading, math, writing, because we're always asking a question. We're always going to be exploring and modeling and evaluating, and then we're going to explain it. And then sometimes it leads us to ask another question, or we can ask a different question. So today we're asking, how can I become a better reader and writer? And we do ask that same question every day because the answers always can be different. There's always something new to learn about being a better reader and writer. So today, this was what we've done this week. We have connected, we've looked at the characters, and today we're going to be looking at the problem and the solution. And we did an opinion yesterday as well, but we're going to do some problem and solution work today. And so we're going to, a problem is something that causes trouble for the characters. So we're going to look in Pigeon Finds a Hot Dog. What was his problem? And then the solution is how the problem was solved. How did Pigeon solve his problem in the book? Or did Pigeon solve his problem in the book? Sometimes you have problems in books that don't have a solution. Most of the time in children's literature, there is a solution, but sometimes there's not. So let's dive right in. Pigeon finds a hot dog. So we have to think about what is the very first thing, what's the problem that Pigeon encountered? Well, if you remember our book, Pigeon Finds a Hot Dog, there was another character. Typically with Pigeon, with Don't Let the Pigeon Drive the Bus, in that book, Pigeon was the only character. He was talking to the reader. So there was only one character in the book. It was Pigeon and then him talking to the reader. But in this book, there was a secondary character, and that was the duckling. So the problem that he had, and I'm going to switch to the writing tool, see if I can do this. The problem that he had was that the duckling wanted to try the hot dog. The duckling had never had a hot dog. So the duckling wanted to try the hot dog. So what we would say, if you're thinking about the problem, we would say the duckling, and I did not have enough space. I'm going to put that on the next line so that I'm a good steward of my space there. Duckling wanted to try the hot dog. And I apologize, I'm writing on my screen, so that's not the best writing, but it'll work for today. The duckling wanted to try the hot dog. And so what I would do is I would attempt to draw Pigeon. And one of the things about Pigeon is he has a very long neck. So I would attempt to draw Pigeon. So I'm going to draw him going this way. And then duckling there's duckling. And so I would draw the hot dog as well right there. So that the pigeon and the duckling want the hot dog. Duckling wanted to try the hot dog. So the problem was, did Pigeon really want to share the hot dog? No. And I'm actually going to put that little line that Mo Willems used to show the Pigeon was not happy with something. That I thought was really cool. that he expressed emotion. He expressed emotion through that little line, showing us that he was angry or frustrated or irritated with Duckling. So the Duckling wanted to try the hot dog, and Pigeon really didn't want to share the hot dog. So actually, here's another option. If we wanted to, I'm going to take off the Duckling wanted to try the hot dog. Something that one of my friends the other day suggested was he just doesn't want to share. That he does not want to share. So we could say, Pigeon did not want to share. Pigeon did not want to share. He did not want to share his hot dog. So what was the solution that they came up with? What did they do? They cut it in half. So this time I would draw Pigeon. Remember, he was sitting, they were sitting back to back, and Duckling. So they shared the hot dog, right? So he had half of the hot dog, and he had half of the hot dog. So they shared the hot dog. So the solution was they shared the hot dog. And it says, do you think this is a smart choice? Well, I do. And I'm going to actually color it in blue so you can see it. I think it's a smart choice because that way they both got to enjoy the hot dog. And at the very end of the story, there was something a little tricky about Duckling because remember the whole story he said, I've never had a hot dog. I don't know what a hot dog tastes like. And then at the very end, he said, it needs mustard. And that makes me kind of wonder, I wonder if Duckling was telling the truth because how would he know that a hot dog wouldn't need mustard if he'd never had one? That's something to think about. So, excuse me, as we're going through and we have talked about the problem and solution of our story today, I want you to think about the problem and solution to the story of Pigeon Finds the Hot Dog. And today in our live WebEx, we're going to be doing a pigeon drawing. So once you learn how to draw your pigeon, maybe you could create a pigeon story with a problem and a solution that he solves. That would be kind of cool to try out today for writing. So in Seesaw for reading today, I want you to complete the word work activity that's there. We're still talking about reviewing the CH sound, SH sound, sh, and the TH sound. But this time, instead of talking about it in front of the word, these are your ending sounds. The CH, SH, and TH are going to be found in the ending sound. For example, I will show you one. This is an arrow pointing to an eyelash. Eyelash. So I would actually color that bus green because it has a sh sound at the end. A sh sound at the end. All right. So this one right here, this fellow is eating his lunch. Lunch. So I would color him yellow because he has a ch, ch sound at the end. All right. And then this right here is the earth. Earth. So I have that TH sound at the end of earth. If you have any questions about what the pictures are, just ask me and I can let you know. I can go over them really quickly right now. This is a branch. A branch. This is a pouch. A pouch. This looks like a butterfly, but it's actually a moth. Moth. This is a camera has a flash. Flash. Tooth. Peach. Torch. Wreath. And trash. So you would color those according to the color chart at the top. Make sure you tune in at 10 a.m. for our live WebEx on how to draw a pigeon, and we'll talk about what we're going to do for writing then. I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.